Yeah, hello, and welcome to the most important guide for the best class in this game, the Ranger, of course. The pet Ranger pet name guide. This is really important, like you have a pet, and compared to like a normal player who doesn't have a pet, you can rename your pet like for free whenever you want. So you can choose a pet, and then you go into click on that icon, on your pet icon, and then it says pet management, or you're like a pro ranger and press K, and you get that cool menu which I showed you like in the ranger pet guide video as well. And then you can click on that green icon and you can name your pet, and your pet can use the same characters and like the same amount of characters as like as your normal player character. So this is kind of cool. So this is really important for the ranger because with that feature you can actually like make a lot of witty names and test out if people like that cool name you thought of. And yeah, I want to give you a small guide on how to name your pet in order to have the most impact on your surrounding, and like where people will be really impressed about it. Oh yes, here's the pet. I look cool too. I always focus on me because I'm so cool. And I forgot that I'm actually making a pet video. Oh yeah. So there are several types how you can name your pet when you're starting out with a pet and choose it. It will be called juvenile. I can't even spell that word. Like a youngling jaguar or something. Yes. The problem is if you switch out a pet. So I named my wolf Wolf, because I don't like that thingy in front of it, so I always rename them. So you can switch, then you switch out a pet, and then you switch back to the wolf. It's like the old name again. This is kind of annoying, but that will always remind you to think of many clever names to utilize for your pet. So let's go through some of ideas you can do to name your pet. So a good idea is when you have like a pet in real life and you want to play like with your pet in game mentally, you can kind of skip out on going out with a dog, or like spending time with your cat if you're playing a ranger, because you can always like equip your pet online and just play with it on Guild Wars 2, which allows you to play like the game longer. So this is also a pro for the ranger, by the way, just as a side note. So okay, so you have like a pet. I have a wolf at home, and I always I call my wolf something like Wolfer. So wow, Wolfer. So I call my wolf Wolfe. I didn't before because I forgot the E, of course. And this is a cool name, so people will see that one and think, oh, this is like such a good person who has a pet at home, a baby wolf. This is so cute. So if you're playing a dog, you can also go for a different line. So if you want to be like cool with the internet crowd, you can like do something like Doga, wow. And everyone who is like an insider in that joke will immediately know that you are also like an insider in the joke. This is like a very insider joke here, a Doga, so people will comment on it. They will just whisper you and say, wow, such good name. You can also try something like, wow, Doga, wow. You know, because that insider joke with Doga is like this one. So cool, wow. I mean, this is not even like the real Doga ways Doga, but it gets close. So this is like a good idea. You can also go like for other cool names, like like when you go with a jaguar, which is kind of almost like a cat, you can call it Can I has cheese burger. Doesn't even matter. You know, another tip is when you're like typing a name and you're like running out of characters suddenly, you can just leave some characters out because people will still recognize what you've written, and that can lead to a lot of creative ways to like make a good name. So I left out the E here, which is kind of okay, because now it says can I have a cheeseburger, which is okay because people will read it as cheeseburgers. So this is totally viable. So now you have a cat pet which is called Can I Have Cheeseburgers? Burger, only one cheeseburger, lol, lol. That is like, this is like for people who were born in the 90s, so if you don't, you don't get it. So you should. Okay, so let's do a few other names we can do. Let's go into another route and we decide we're like a bit more, I don't know, a bit more funny maybe, I don't know. We can go with a pig and say, we call it my beef steak. This is pretty funny because like usually you eat pigs in real life, but in Guild Wars 2 you are having a pet, a pig pet. So if you call it my beef steak, people will like it's kind of funny because you can't actually eat your pig as a ranger and you shouldn't because it's a fun pet. But with that name people will immediately laugh and kind of get the reference. This is kind of a fun name to do. But you can also utilize the name for something different and like not something which is immediately like sort of like which is kind of matching to your pets, like with the Doge Wow guy, which kind of suits the pet because it's the Doge Wow, or like that Can I Have Cheeseburgers for the Jaguar. No, you can also go like for something really funny like I will kill you, which is not really funny. In PvP this is really good. If you go for something like a message to your enemy, which you can do as a ranger, you can just change the message around and you can still retain your like your prestige and your reputation with your name which you have built up. You can still keep it with your own name and just change your pet to a name which is kind of threatening for the people in PvP. Many possibilities. So I will kill you basically suggests that you will kill that person and they see that pet and they are fucked, they know they are fucked, they will try to fight it, but there's like no escape from the ranger. So this is really threatening, but it also shows that you're a pro ranger, so doing something like I will kill you is kind of a good idea actually. Yeah. You can also do something like, I don't know, another threatening stuff like I pin you. It's a bit shorter so people immediately know what's going on. Or I can like you can do something like man eater. You know, all these threatening stuffs. I think you're getting the idea what you can do with the name of the best class in this name, the pet of the ranger of no what? Well, whatever. So the pet, you can do that anyway. This is kind of a really good idea. So you can also do something other. You can do like sentences which are funny and like kind of ironic. You can try something like let me give you an example here. I am allergic to cats. Oh, I am allergic to cats. Ha, this is really funny. I'm allergic to cats. So you're playing with the ranger and you're laying out in the nature and then you're allergic to something, lol. This is so good. And like you're playing with a cat while like a jaguar or something and then you say I'm allergic to cats. This is kind of really cool. Really funny name you can think of. Let's do this with the dog. This is not even funnier with the dog. I'm allergic to Doge. Got it, this is so good. Wow, this is fucking forced laughter. Okay, so I'm allergic to Doge means you are like allergic, but not to dog, but to Doge. Doge, got it? Doge? Like we got that from the meme before Mimi. So much fun. This is so good. I'm allergic to Doge. This could also be interpreted in a way that you're like allergic to those meme shit stuff, but still this is a really fun name and you can actually combine it like that. Yeah, you can also make statements with your pet. Let's go to the Blackmoor because why not?
I chose you.
Oh. Yeah, you can also make statements. You can like do a reference to an old, like back to Guild Wars 1. For example, you can call your Blackmoor Blackmoor more chick. And that means you can de-equip your title. Like you don't have to do God Walks Among Mortals anymore. You can do something like Apprentice Toy Maker. And you know, because like Black Moor Chick was like a mini you could get in Guild Wars 1. But since you named your pet Black Moor Chick now, everyone will immediately know that you've played Guild Wars 1, because that mini was only available with that name in Guild Wars 1. Nowadays you have a mini which is also Black Moor, but it's not called Black Moor Chick. So by naming your Black Moor Chick as a ranger, of course, you can go into your heroes panel and just choose another name, another title, which gives you much more options in naming and stuff. So this is also an advantage you can do. You can also do another statement, of course, like warriors suck. Oh, okay, I can't do that. Apparently that's not warriors. How is it? Warriors are stupid. Okay, that works. So you can't use suck, but it's alright. It's the same limitations as normal names, so okay. So this is also very true statement, by the way. Warriors suck. Warriors are stupid, because the warrior class is like the worst class in this game. Guild Wars 2, of course. And calling your ranger something, no, calling your pet something like that is like a really good way to show off that you're actually pro and know what you're doing. Yeah, you can also do something like go back to PvE, noob. Oh, I can write it out, noob. But with you, noob sounds so much better. So whatever. This is often used in ranked arena by me. This actually like shows people, like even your enemies, they see the name as well, that they should fuck off to PvE. Yeah, this is used when you're like fighting with a lot of PvE shitters who want the title from ranked arena wins. Yeah, I hate them. They should just make the achievement for unranked arenas as well, so they would fuck off to there. Yeah, so you can just do that instead of typing it out all the time. Go back to PvE, noob, because they're so shit. You can just call your pet like that, and people will immediately go to fuck off back to PvE and actually will do it. I've tested it. I've did a few field tests, and I compared writing out go back to PvE, noob, and naming my pet go back to PvE, noob. And the results are really surprising, because there was no difference at all. So that means that both typing it out and naming your pet like that have the same effect. So it's definitely worth calling your pet go back to PvE, noob, if you're playing ranked arena a lot. This is a really good idea. And that kind of almost concludes it here. There are several ways to call your pet. You can call it like a pet from real life, or give it a normal name, like, I haven't even mentioned that, but like Max Power, like something like that, like a real name. You can call it like a really funny meme, like Doge or Cheeseburgers or something like that. Really funny when you see it. You can make a statement like warriors are stupid, or you can use it for PvP aggression and make people to go back to PvE or something. So all these options are viable when you name your pet, and I really recommend to actively name your pet and use that function, because it's really important for the best class in this game, the ranger, of course. Yep, and that also concludes my guide series of guides for the best profession in this game, the ranger, of course. I must have said the best class in this game 10 times in this video now. Yeah. Oh well, it is the best class. Okay. Can't be helped. Yeah. So I hope you might find something useful in these videos, and goodbye.